Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. So we
Um,
need to enlist the QAnon to help us get a zombie.
so yeah, some more of the that stuff. I brought up the adrenochrome, right? And I never actually explained that one to you.
Yes.
So this is where he left me off. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, if you're just opening this episode and you have no idea what's going on, watch the last episode. It'll catch you up. I guess I need to walk away from here, don't I?
Yeah, we need a zombie to spawn.
Um, so what are you laughing at?
You like came straight at me like you're flying out of here, and then you just turned it straight into the water. I don't know what I'm doing.
I guess I
You're
get in your boat.
it looks like you were face down in the water. Your wings were still out. It was like I'm drowning.
That's funny. So whenever my cousin left, he left me with basically homework. He left me with 3 things I was supposed to look up.
Is it considered screen time?
Yeah. One was the adrenochrome. He said, just Google adrenochrome Hollywood, and they'll give you all the information you need. Another was the Barack Obama adoption, and there was a third one too. I don't even remember what it was now. But anyways, the third one was these doctors. They actually.
Should we try to get this guy?
We can. He's kind of far. Oh, he's not. That's not gonna work. Remember, they sink.
God damn it!
We need one to spawn over there on our island. The third one is something that you would probably have knowledge on in your industry, because he said that the coronavirus. Oh, it puts you in the back, huh? That a lot of the numbers we're seeing aren't true because doctors were offered 3 times the normal payment for any disease that was called corona. So any diagnosis that was coronavirus would result in if the treatment was like $13,000, they would get $39,000 from the government and insurance agencies, I guess.
I could buy into that from seeing, and it's not doctors though. I think it's the medical coders and the billers. That they have a special job of making sure that they code things that gets them the highest payment. It's not supposed to be illegal, like in untrue.
Right.
But I can completely see some things being stretched to meet a definition of coronavirus or COVID or whatever they were like paying out definition wise to try to get those payments. I also did hear about today that some hospital in New York is like now $30 million in the hole. Like, I'm talking not New York City, like outside New York area, because they had 78 COVID patients. So they aren't getting any federal reimbursement because the cutoff for federal reimbursement was 100 COVID patients.
Really?
So the place is taking in like the least cases of COVID they could possibly get their hands on, like the least severe ones, just to raise numbers to 100 to make sure they got federal reimbursement. I don't know how true this is. This is just like stuff that I've heard. So
do you know if it's true about the 100 to get the reimbursement, or
I don't know if that's true or not. This was talked about at my hospital by people who are knowledgeable about that set of hospital systems, though. So I can't imagine that they had any a conversation between me and them, any reason to lie about it. So I have no idea. I try to stay out of the whole billing aspect of anything because I don't want to ever be, thought of as somebody you can't trust because of billing issues, which is actually a very interesting point. People in the emergency department all the time constantly be like, no, I don't want this. I don't want you to, give me this medicine or do this thing if it's my insurance won't cover it. Like, tell me if my insurance will cover it. And my response is, I have no idea what your insurance covers.
Right.
I'm not supposed to have any idea what your insurance covers because that could cause bias in treatment options. Like, it could either be like your insurance will cover this more expensive thing, let's do that instead, or it could be no, we're not going to suggest anything for you because your insurance won't cover anything, so you don't need anything, type of deal. So there could be bias on all fronts of that. But then at the same time, I see the whole other problem where a doctor could easily go down another path if they realize your insurance doesn't cover something.
Right.
They could all of a sudden
be like, you guys did have access to that, because
I don't. The doctors might a little bit more than I do, but I still
Okay.
don't think they normally do decision making, not in the emergency department setting,
Right. Okay.
based
Because yeah,
off of
my
that.
sleep study guy was like, I asked him, "Can we do it at home?" And he said it depends on what your insurance covers. Where we can do the sleep study.
Right, and that's where that stuff is supposed to come in extremely beneficial. Is they're supposed to use what your insurance covers to help you as a patient.
Hmm.
Hard to do in the outpatient or in the emergency department
Well,
setting,
things move
but
so much faster there too, right?
right, but at the same time can be extremely problematic because that is where things are happening faster, and you might easily have access to something else
Right.
as opposed to just what you know that is normally good. That maybe this insurance is like, nope, we're not going to cover that, so we're going to charge you full price for you know that version or that branding of Norepi versus this other one.
Um. Okay. Interesting. Whenever he was talking about it, I was thinking like how the government said that a certain amount of Corona stuff would be paid for. I was thinking to some degree that might make sense. Like, but I feel like he's probably still got some misinformation mixed in with the truth of that. Um, but so with this adrenochrome stuff, adrenochrome, like I said before, is a compound formed by the oxidation of adrenaline. Its main medical use is to slow blood loss by promoting clotting in open wounds. It's available for purchase online by researchers, with most outlets stating its source is synthetic and its uses are the inhibition of COMT. I don't know what the fuck that is. You might. Um,
I mean, I've heard of it. It's just some like kind of enzyme or so. It's something. Yeah, yeah.
some of the
I
neurotransmitters,
yeah,
it says.
yeah. I
Um,
understand the concept. I
so
don't
that's
understand
what it
how to do it on
is
a cellular level.
in real life. That's what adrenochrome is. What the QAnon conspiracy theory is that the group of elite left wing or left leaning Hollywood elites constantly are taking adrenochrome. And
Sure.
the way they're getting adrenochrome is not this synthetic compound, it's directly from adrenaline. And the only way to get
And
it,
oxidization of it, which is what
right.
the article said, right?
But the only way to get this direct tap of adrenaline is torturing young kids and then
Yeah.
tapping their
So what?
spinal cord.
So what does that tell you already, right there? Something that is in the human body, known thing, adrenaline. Epinephrine is the other word for adrenaline. It's a physical drug that exists. It's also called adrenaline.
Right.
Why would it only exist in children who are being tortured?
Well, it doesn't only exist in children, but the easiest way for these left wing people to get it is because there's so much like child trading or whatever, that it's easy for them to just get a bunch of kids. This kind of also leads into the whole Pizzagate thing with
Yeah, it's
the
just so easy to get a bunch of kids and torture them.
right, and to tap their spinal cords and then get this adrenochrome. And so the reason why like Tom Hanks got COVID was he got a bad batch of adrenochrome. So all these Hollywood elite people that have the virus, like basically what my cousin was saying is that these people don't get things like the virus and stuff because they're so rich that they have servants that go and do their things and stuff, so they should never be around anyone to possibly even catch COVID. And so the people that in the left-leaning Democrats in Hollywood that have caught the virus caught it from a bad batch of adrenochrome, in their little child molesting and torture ring where they're drinking blood from their brains and spinal taps filled with
It just
adrenaline.
it, it reminds me of that South Park episode
Which
where
one?
Magic Johnson was like where Cartman gets AIDS and
And the
they
cures money.
elicit they elicit the help of Magic Johnson to find out how did he cure AIDS, and it was like it comes down to the end of the episode that blending up and injecting yourself with money
Right.
is that cures AIDS. That's money cures AIDS.
Yeah, that was another thing. He was all over the place as he was ranting on my porch, and he did briefly say something about how there was a vaccine for AIDS early on, but the left wing people basically wanted it to ravage Africa, so they let it go.
I mean, sounds logical.
It's weird because normally the Democrats are the ones that support like people of other colors and stuff. But I guess
On the surface,
right when they're not
but
drinking baby's
what
blood.
they're really after is child torture for random
Right.
uh oxidization of epinephrine.
Whenever he was talking about all
crazy.
this, I did say, well, there was Jeffrey Epstein, so like to some degree, some of this is probably true. I don't know about the drinking the bloods from young children, but I mean, we do know that people like Donald Trump and Bill Clinton and people like that were good friends with Jeffrey Epstein. So like maybe there's some child sex rings that involve people like Trump and Clinton. And he was like, no, Trump was not part of that.
He's washing in the wings, pretending
Right.
to collude
Yeah,
with
like
Russia
that's
in
basically
order
what
to
the
save us
answer was.
all.
Like if Trump was there, he was there to gather information to shut this type of stuff down.
I mean, of course.
Um,
What else would he have been there for?
yeah. It's just it was just the whole thing was just wild and that's the thing too. Whenever he left, he's like, I want you to text me tomorrow after you looked up this adrenochrome stuff, and I want to hear what you think. And
Hey, you're gonna link him to this video for what you think?
no, God no, I'm afraid. Like he's the one with the guns. I don't know what to tell him though.
We need those guns to protect ourselves from the not Trump, but everybody else.
Right.
Not Trump.
I don't know because I mean I found tons of the articles that support his stuff, like the crazy shit, and I almost want to just like be like, yeah, man, I read that. That's wild, and that's it. Because I don't know what else to say.
I mean, the sad thing is there's not much else to say. It makes me lose any hope for your cousin in the future.
Oh yeah, no, there's not. I was just looking.
I mean,
at
is this his normal self or?
Yeah. No, this is all normal. He's always been hardcore Republican. Everything else is crazy. Period.
Baby Villager.
Oh really? Like on Amazon, they have a book, Adrenochrome: Millions of Missing Children. Discover the Truth. $6.88.
What are people taking adrenochrome for?
I don't actually know
blood
why they're
disorder?
taking it. Actually, I wonder if that one thing I found says
Adrenochrome. Chrome.
I'm trying to see here.
Chemical compound with the molecular formula C9H9NO3. Now you can all make it.
It says
Produced by the oxidation of adrenaline (parenthesis epinephrine), which exists in drug form already in massive batches. So why would you have to torture children? I don't get it.
yeah, I don't know.
Or is that where all epinephrine comes from? Is he just wrong and this is just the tip of the iceberg? They only found out about this because they were oxidizing it, and that's when he realized that what it really comes from is these poor tortured children. And then he looks at the bigger picture and he's like, "Oh my God, it's the normal epinephrine that comes from these tortured children." Oh man, maybe he's on to something here.
I mean, everything I've read doesn't really give a reason. It's just like this is what they get off on. Like it's a popular conspiracy theory. It's a drug of the Hollywood elite. It's addictive. It's harvested from tortured children and satanic rituals. The current strain of the theory is that a huge amount of celebrities have come down with COVID due to the tainted batch of adrenochrome. Most celebrities classified as liberal Hollywood elite are American and British. Adrenochrome harvesting according
drug.
Right. It's done by drinking blood, heart surgery, or tapping into the brainstem.
Wait, what? Drinking blood, heart surgery, or tapping into the brainstem?
Yep.
Those seem like three completely different things.
Right? And the adrenal glands are located above the kidneys, so they're probably looking in the wrong spot anyways. Yeah, I want to just send him like this and be like,
but I don't get it, because all you need is the epinephrine to then somehow bring to an oxidizing agent, right?
Right.
Oh, we got a zombie. We got a zombie. We got two zombies.
Okay, coming. Where the hell did they spawn at? Oh, did you make? Oh, you made a dark room.
I made a little dark room for him in hopes that it would do such things. Maybe we can like this. Take this way.
Is there enough sun in here to burn them?
Oh, there probably is. Oh, you know
They
what? We
won't
don't have a
burn
name tag.
range though, will they?
I don't know if we have a name tag. Can you throw something on the ground and see if they will pick it up?
Does that keep them from despawning?
If they hold something, it will. Like, granted, I think you'd rather put a name tag on them, but I don't know if we have anymore. But remember, only like 1 in 100 zombies pick stuff up.
Really? Well, that guy's got a log in his hand now.
Well, good. He will live then, so we don't need to worry about this as much. Okay. Yeah, that should keep them there. Now we just need to make sure it doesn't burn on his way into the thing, and then make sure he... So don't put a sword in your hand. In your main hand. Yeah, I should make it so that they don't...
Okay. I'm worried it's gonna fall into the thing.
We can cover the floor for now.
Yeah. I'm gonna try really hard to convince my cousin to like just make a video with me. Just let's sit down, and let's talk about this stuff.
I think this is enough.
What about over here?
Oh, I'd run out of blocks. I realized I did that before.
Okay. Good job. All right.
Okay. So let's not let him out.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm gonna try to you come in here.
Should I kill the one that doesn't have a?
No, walk through. Well,
where's the other one?
You went the wrong way. Just chilling.
Well, this isn't the guy.
He's
He's
in. He's in.
I was trying to hit it.
Damn it.
God, I'm so hurt. I'm gonna die.
Well, don't die. Leave.
I can't. You've locked us in here.
Yeah, don't let them out.
I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna die.
Okay, I got the guy we need. It's okay.
I didn't have food on my bar.
Got it.
You got it. Okay.
Yep. He has been gotted.
Got it. Okay.
Got.
All right, now give him the adrenochrome.
No. I gotta torture him first and extract the adrenochrome. That was the whole point of this, to get more adrenochrome.
Oh wait, didn't we know we have a child villager? That's where we can get it from.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Tommy's here to torture him too. Wait, there's 4 of them in there now.
Is there?
They are. Yeah, they're.
Oh yeah. They grow up fast, huh?
Yes. No, they're. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's weird. So honestly, let's kill the floor, and we should, in theory, have. I think we can kill it all the way to the edge, and I think we need to kill. I think we need to kill the edge like this because the zombie or the iron golem clearly.
Right, he's got pretty good reach.
Yeah. This is why we're in the pain.
That's scary.
And I'm hoping that they spawn in this side platform if they need land to spawn on, and he just walks off the edge.
Right.
And they, in theory, should spawn more because we have more villagers now.
Right.
I think we need to get rid of. Yeah, I can throw my axe.
But with this new setup, can the zombie see them like he's supposed to?
It's not really a new setup. Oh wait, is he supposed to see them?
I thought that's why you put them where the zombie can see them.
I put them there because Buffers had a video that showed.
Well, that's why I think that's the way it is, though.
I think this is built one layer to the side. I guess if I do this, it should be okay. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. If they have to be, he did have his third rendition or second rendition that had more. He did stuff 3 into each side, like across from each other, so it was kind of like not in the corner where I have it, but in this one window. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Because yeah, I have no clue.
Okay.
You seeing this? You seeing
Yeah,
this
yeah, that's my
adrenochrome?
child.
Yeah. You ready to adrenochrome?
Sounds like he's doing it already.
Oh
got
God!
her.
Get it!
This is
Suck
it.
it out before he's
This is it. I
before his
got it.
corpse is cold.
So I feel like, oh, it needs to be day, doesn't it?
I don't actually know. Does it need to be day? Did we? I think we just thought that because
Well, that's the only time it happened. I thought that he couldn't see them when they're sleeping, though. He's not Santa.
it's the opposite of Santa.
I'm getting in bed.
It's okay. Santa probably has been using his guise as Santa to get adrenochrome from children all this time. Any kids who got coal in their stocking is just because they were tortured by Santa. I mean,
Right. No, I clearly.
Yeah, I don't know if he needs to see them or not. And like, does he need to see them at all times? Like, that wouldn't make any sense.
No, I think he just needs to see them to get aggro on them. Maybe. I don't know. Ring the bell. Good job.
God damn it. You have to shift click it, but am I not reaching, or is it?
I didn't shift click it.
Oh, that's why. You don't shift click it.
Okay. Well, that didn't work like it did last time.
Is he supposed to aggro in order for them to? I thought they just.
Oh, he spawned out here again.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see where?
No, he's down here. I guess lava him, and I'll stay out here and watch.
I'm just wondering. I'm not gonna get him, is it? Yeah, it is. I was wondering if we have to build up this thing a super amount because this seems like far away. I mean, from the center. I guess he's not that far away from the normal or the higher number of villagers in there,
Right.
because they're kind of on this wall.
Yeah, I think maybe just filling that corner in, maybe all it takes.
So with standard old cobblestone blocks, right?
Basically, yeah. Do you think
look
ringing
so-
the bell did anything, or is that just a coincidence that both times we've rung the bell, one spawned?
I don't know. Ring it again. Find out what happens.
I'm watching to see where he spawns, if he does spawn over here.
Slowly filled some stuff in just a little bit on this corner to see. I don't know how quickly they spawn, though. I mean, that would be a pretty.
I mean,
for
for it to be a decent farm, it needs to be much faster than this, though. This is painful.
But I think it's one of those things. It's like Ron.
Just let it go, right?
Set it and forget it, baby. You come back later, you sucked out your adrenochrome or whatever it's called, and life is good.
Do they always drop a rose when they die?
No, I think it's like a 0 to 2 per death. I think they always drop 3 to 5 ingots and a 0 to 2 poppies. I just read that earlier. That's why I knew the figures.
No, I figure you're just a Minecraft genius.
It's all that adrenochrome I've been injecting.
Yeah. Oh, now you're injecting it, man. You're taking it to the next level.
I mean, I took it. I took Trump's word for it when he said,
Oh,
Said it
that
was
was the
bleach.
other
he
thing.
said it was bleach, but I knew it was I knew what he meant.
He said, and he kept saying every time before he'd say it to you, he's like, "You remember this? Mark my words. Before the end of the year, Trump is coming out with the cure. He's going to be the only
wait a
one
minute, wait a
that's going to
minute,
come
wait a
out with
minute.
the cure."
Oh, wait, one spawned in here. He went down my little chute.
Nice. That's pretty fast, then.
Yeah, he died. He did. Yeah, I only saw him because I was like, why is that thing on fire in the corner? Oh, it's the golem. He's down there dying. Should I ring the bell? Ding. Wait, who's going to have the cure
Trump.
within the month?
Trump. Before the end of the year.
Why is he going to, he's going to invent it himself?
Yeah. Or he's going to find it. Like the stuff with the hydrochloroquine. Like, That's him, like,
How is that him finding it though? It's something that they were already studying.
no. Trump put him onto it.
I'm yeah, it wasn't spawned already, by the way.
Oh wow, that's really fast.
He's not getting there it goes. It wasn't getting pushed down. And now he's in the hole. He died.
And he's kept bringing up zinc too. I don't know. Does that mean anything? Does like zinc been a thing that Trump's talking about? I haven't heard anything about zinc.
I haven't specifically heard anything about zinc. Remember zinc, the sunscreen back in the day that they used to use? What was it called? Zinc.
Zinc
It was the
oxide.
blue stuff
Yeah.
that you put on your face. I want to see Trump like think that that's what they're talking about and just like come out with a blue face. Like
my daughter's pediatrician sent out an email yesterday, basically saying everyone take vitamin D.
I don't think that it has anything to do with like killing COVID per se. It's probably just that everybody's inside more of the time.
No, I'll read you the because I've been reading about this too in the news. But I hadn't. I mean, I already took vitamin D, so I don't really care. Basically, I take vitamin D because I am inside all the time. But their thing was
I'm ringing the bell again.
Okay.
Rung.
Nothing up here.
No. Damn it.
One of the things
I will say, so they didn't spawn, by the way, that last one that spawned.
Oh, this one he spawned. I saw him.
Oh, did he? I was saying the last one spawned in the water.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, this one spawned directly on this corner over here. You want to come lava him, and then we need to just put more blocks down, I guess.
Hey, where you going? You don't move.
He spawned right here.
But he moved. He's not supposed to move. He's supposed to be stuck like everybody else.
I'll get more blocks.
You going toward the water, buddy? He did. Yeah, I was trying to fill it in to make it look like, not just a big block of...
Right. I don't think it's going to work.
Well, let me just ring the bell again. We'll find out. I don't know if this is coincidence or what, but
yeah,
it's kind of interesting that it almost seems like maybe ringing the bell is bringing the villagers to where the zombie can see them and aggroing him, and then
yeah, maybe.
I didn't see one spawn.
No, I got one out here yet either.
Oh, here he is.
Where'd he spawn?
He spawned inside of my little platform area, and now he's down in the pit. He's dying.
Okay. Alright, I've put it somewhat.
He did.
Ring.
Ring.
Alright, so this email from the pediatrician basically said, one thing that has been caught the attention of many physicians around the country is taking extra vitamin D to help reduce serious COVID infections. We all know that our practice does its best to use science and to help guide our decisions in care and recommendations for treatment. Science on vitamin D is not exact or detailed, but there is a good deal of reports and research suggesting that increasing vitamin D levels in people helps reduce serious respiratory disease. And the helpful thing is that taking more than the FDA recommendation amount of vitamin D doesn't have side effects. More of the time, when we check vitamin D levels in our patients, it's very low, slightly low, or barely normal. Plus, vitamin D is cheap.
Fat soluble, right?
I don't know.
As opposed to being water soluble, your fat soluble drugs are ADEC, so A, D, E, and K, and you're not supposed to take more than the recommended amount of fat soluble ones because they build up in your system. That's why vitamin C you can take as much of as you want and it'll never hurt you because it's water soluble, so any excess just gets like excreted.
But I guess what they're not saying that it doesn't build up, they're just saying it doesn't have any side effects.
But that's not true. That's the whole point of the buildup is it's bad. Like that's why A, D, E, and K are never supposed to take more than the recommended amount. I don't know what the side effects are. I just remember ADEC. It'd be funny if it was like if we didn't have vitamin E instead had vitamin I and it was a dick.
I'm reading about.
About a dick.
Yep, about a dick. Let's see here. What side effects of too much? Below are the 6 main side effects of too much vitamin D. Elevated.
Non-COVID.
This is overdose level of vitamin D, so shitload, I guess. Elevated blood levels, elevated blood calcium levels, nausea, vomiting, and poor appetite, stomach pain, constipation, or diarrhea, bone loss. Bone loss? What the fuck? You just miss it? my knee, it's gone.
my fever disappeared.
And kidney failure.
So reread your pediatrician statement then.
Hold on. Up to 4,000 IU. You should not take more than 4,000 IU without consulting a doctor or dietitian. Okay.
Was this your pediatrician?
No,
statement?
that was me still on Google. All right. So basically it says one thing that is called. I'm going to read the whole thing again. One thing that's caught the attention of some physicians around the country is taking extra vitamin D to help reduce serious COVID infections. You all know that our practice does its best to use science and help guide our decisions on care and recommendations for treatment. Science on vitamin D is not exact or detailed, but there's a good deal of reports and research suggesting that increasing vitamin D levels in people helps reduce serious respiratory disease. And the helpful thing is that taking more than the FDA recommended amount of vitamin D doesn't have side effects.
But how much more? See, this is the problem I have with this is your pediatrician might be accurate and they realize that this small doses more than CDC recommendations have proven to be helpful.
Well, they do go on to tell you how much to take.
Okay, so that's a good thing. But based on that statement he just said, by saying it's not like it doesn't have any side effects or whatever, that's fucking wrong.
Right. That is a dangerous statement to make too. Someone's like, "Well, I'll just take fucking 10,000
exactly. I'll take the bottle. Like, I'll just down it. Done."
Right.
Like,
yeah.
see, going on to talk about more is great, but you have to put up front. This is the amount you should be taking extra or excess. Because that statement is factually incorrect.
Right. I actually didn't know that because I didn't know about vitamin C, but I just assumed I just assumed all the vitamins your body just pisses them out if it can't use them. Basically,
remember a dick and just it's actually a deck. Why is there a zombie horse just chilling in the water?
Oh.
Like he's underwater. He just chilled under a waterfall. Oh my god, he's a horseman of the apocalypse. Now he got lightninged.
I thought that always happens if you get too close to them. It triggers them.
Apparently it does. I didn't know that they would be underwater. They are now underwater horsemen of the apocalypse.
This is fantastic. I can see it from up here. It says, based on expert recommendations, we're suggesting that all babies up to a year of age, regardless of how they are fed, take 1,000 IU daily of vitamin D drops.
And you said what 4,000 was the overdosage amount,
right?
Children. Well, I mean, so that sounds fine,
huh? But let me finish. Children 1 to 12 take 2,000 IU a day. Anyone
and also get tortured and let somebody stick a needle in your neck and cut out your blood.
Anyone over 12 take 5,000 IU a day, which is
over 12 take 5,000.
Yeah, I think that's what my pill is. That was 5,000. I need to look.
Would you say that they said on Wikipedia that you read about an overdose?
You should not exceed the 4,000 upper limit without consulting a doctor or dietitian.
Wow. I mean, is that considered a consult?
I don't think it is.
A generic letter from your pediatrician. Wait a minute. All this sounds wrong. But my pediatrician told me to take that many. Sir, you're 38.
Yeah, right. See, vitamin D toxicity is extremely rare, but it does occur in extreme cases. It usually develops over time since extra vitamin D can build up in the body. Near all vitamin D overdoses result from taking high amounts of vitamin D supplements. Uh, it's almost impossible to get too much vitamin D from sunlight or food.
You will die of burning before that.
Right?
Yeah, I think that's just a ballsy way to put that in that letter, and I do not approve.
So I take fish oil every day too. Does that have vitamin D in it as well?
I don't have any idea what's in
Because
fish
the main
oil.
dietary source of vitamin D
Well,
is
isn't fish oil just like omega-3?
yeah.
Is omega-3, and I say that as if like I know more factually what that actually means, but I don't know, is omega-3 a thing, a standalone thing?
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know
just still
either.
reading this vitamin D article, and it says the main dietary source of vitamin D are fish liver oils and fatty fish. So you would think fish oil would have vitamin D in it.
Does omega-3 have it's right on there. 55 IUs of vitamin D in oil sardine. I wrote, does omega-3 have vitamin D in it? And it pulled up a weird fish oil / vitamin D amount calculator.
Huh. So maybe.
Is sardine oil considered omega-3? Like, is that just straight up omega-3? Study question: the benefits of vitamin D and omega-3.
I don't think these guys do spawn during night. Because we haven't had one
Yeah.
since it got night.
Vitamin D is best absorbed when taken with a meal containing fats or oils. So fish oil can only help absorption of the omega-3 fatty acid in fish oil. Or with that, absorption of the omega-3 fatty acid in fish oil won't be affected by vitamin D. Oops, zombie.
Let's go sleep and see if they start spawning again.
There's Riders of the Storm over here, by the way. Did not kill them.
I'm gonna actually call him tomorrow.
The pediatrician?
Yeah. Call him on this. Be like, I got your email telling me to overdose on vitamin D.
Be like, my internet friend says.
Yeah.
While we are talking about torturing of children.
Yeah. I was considering taking adrenochrome. Have you heard of that? And while discussing this, ring the bell.
Ding.
Man, there hasn't been another one since I blocked that. Do you think it's possible, like kind of like a tree? You know how like when a tree tries to grow, if it can't, it just doesn't, and then it tries again, and like if it tries to grow a big tree and it can, it just doesn't grow at all.
I can't imagine that that's the way that this is.
So like he tries to spawn right here and he can't, so it ends the cycle for a little while.
You know what? Let me make sure he didn't grow inside. No, I don't see him. He'd be walking around. Like grow inside the area with the villager beds that I have.
Oh yeah,
because there is room in there for him. But I don't see him.
You might should make it only too tall.
Yeah, I probably should fix that, but he's not in there right now, so we're good.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. Ding,
ding,
ding, ding,
dinner's
ding.
done.
Yeah. I wish I knew something about like the timing of these guys
because it was fast. We got like 3 back to back right there, and now nothing.
Yeah. Or is it one of those every so many ticks you get like a random chance of it spawning?
Right.
You know, I have like no idea what the spawning mechanism is for this stuff. Is it with the Riders of the Storm on the horizon? Nothing will spawn.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know where they went.
I see them. They're over there on the shore.
It was really funny because they just sank to the bottom of the ocean and like were running around down there. It's like they're horses. Like,
can skeletons? They can't drown anymore, right?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think they can. Huh. So now I'm a little bit because I bought I bought my daughter vitamin D after reading that. She
Well,
does.
vitamin D is good. It's just
Oh, he
don't
spawned outside
overdose
again. I just saw
around
him
it.
do it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's well, I guess I didn't fill in enough of it. He spawned right where he's standing. So I just pulled up a Mayo Clinic article, and it says taking 60,000 IU a day of vitamin D for several months has been shown to cause toxicity, which is a lot more than the 4,000 that other article said.
It's a little bit more than 4,000. Oh, like, man, it's like heart wrenching. He broke. Yep.
So now I wonder what's true. How could there be this big of a disparity in the information?
You can take 4 or 60.
Yeah. I find that it's not likely that the 4 is correct because they sell it over the counter in pills form at 5. Because I'm pretty sure that's what mine is 5.
5,000?
Yeah,
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense for 4. Maybe that meant 4D.
maybe.
1,000?
You're right.
Holy shit, this has been 41 minutes.
Has it really? Oh shit! Holy shit! I did not realize that. I looked at it a minute ago. I swear, just a minute ago, it was 20. I was thinking, all right, we got about 5-10 more minutes, and we'll wrap it up. But we're done. We're leaving. Goodbye.
We out. See ya.